Story time with Miss Michaelajczyk, The Organization of Living Things. In some ways, organisms are like machines. Some machines just have one part, but most machines have many parts. Some organisms exist as a single cell. Other organisms have many, even trillions of cells. Most cells are smaller than the period at the end of the sentence, yet every single organism performs all functions in life. So, are there any advantages to being many cells? The benefits of multicellular. You are a multicellular organism. This means that you are made of many cells. Multicellular organisms grow by making more small cells, not by making their cells larger. For an example, elephant is bigger than you are, but its cells are about the same size as yours. An elephant just has more cells than you do. Some benefits of being multicellular are the following. Large size. Many multicellular organisms are small, but they are usually larger than the single-celled organisms. And larger organisms are prey for fewer predators. Larger predators can eat a wider range of food. Longer life. The lifespan of multicellular organism is not limited to the lifespan of the single cell. Specialization. Each type of cell has a particular job. Specialization makes the organism more efficient. For example, the cardiac muscle in Figure 1 is specialized muscle. Heart muscle cells contract and make the heart pump, going da-dun, da-dun. Cells working together. Well, we call that tissues. A tissue is a group of cells that work together to perform a specific job. See, I told you. The material around and between the cells is also part of the tissue. The cardiac muscle tissue, shown in Figure 2, is made of many cardiac muscle cells. Cardiac muscle tissue is just one type of tissue in a heart. Animals have 4 basic types of tissue: nerve tissue, muscle tissue, connective tissue, protective tissue. In contrast, plants have 3 types of tissue: transport tissue, protective tissue, ground tissue. Transport moves water and nutrients. Protective covers the plant. It helps retain water and protects the plant against, damage. Photosynthesis takes place in ground tissue. Well, now we've moved from tissues to tissues working together, which means, dun dun dun, an organ. A structure that is made up of 2 or more working tissues perform a specific function. For example, your heart is an organ. It's made of cardiac muscle tissue, but your heart also has nerve tissue and lung tissue. They all work together to make your heart a powerful pump. Another organ is your stomach. Yeah, your stomach. It's several kinds of tissue. In the stomach, muscle makes food go through the stomach. Special tissues like chemicals help you digest and break it down to make poop. Connective tissue holds the stomach together. Your nervous sends signals saying you are too full, stop eating. Other organs include the intestines, brain, and lungs. Those aren't as fun. Plants have different types of tissue that work together as organs. Leaf is an organ. A flower is an organ. Fantastic. Next. Organs working together, which means, dun dun dun, organ system. A group of organs working together to perform a particular function is called an organ system. Each organ system has a specific job. For example, the digestive system breaks down your food. Okay? It has several organs such as the stomach and intestines. The digestive system's job is to break down food into small particles, basically small enough for you to pass as poop. The other parts of the body then use small particles as fuel. So you take those nutrients and use them. In turn, the digestive system depends on the respiratory and cardiovascular systems for oxygen. The cardiovascular system shown in Figure 3 includes organs and tissues such as the heart, blood vessels. Plants have organ systems too. They include the leaf system, the root system, and the stem system. What are the levels of living things? We start with the cell. A group of cells make a tissue. A group of tissues make an organ. A group of organs make an organism. An organism makes you. See, told you. Boom. Spoiler alert. So, organism, anything that can perform a life function. There's an organism that made of single celled called unicellular. Unicellular means they have one cell, so they are not fancy functions. They don't have all of this if they're unicellular. Okay. They are unicellular organisms living together in colonies. They're the same. Each cell must carry out a life process in order for that cell to survive. But multicellular, they have cells that do this, cells that do that, cells that do this. Any function you need. Moving on. Structure and function. Structure, arrangement of parts of an organism. It's including the shape and the material which it's made. Function, its job, what it does. For example, the lungs, they fill with tiny air called alveoli. Blood vessels wrap around the alveoli as shown in figure 4. Looks like broccoli. Oxygen from the air in the alveoli enter the blood. Okay, they diffuse, oh look at that, into the bloodstream. Blood then brings oxygen to the body tissues. Also, in the alveoli, carbon dioxide leaves the blood, and is exhaled. It's diffused. The structure of the alveoli and blood vessels enable them to perform a function together. They bring oxygen into the body and get rid of carbon dioxide. Ta-da! Your textbook reading by Ms. Michaelichek.